You were never meant to live as a passive observer. Since childhood, you have been taught to fit in, to follow the rules, and to believe that the world outside holds all the power. But what if I told you that everything you see every moment, every situation, every so-called coincidence is not happening to you, but through you? The truth they never wanted you to understand is that reality is not solid, fixed, or predetermined. Reality is fluid. It bends. It shifts. It molds itself around the dominant frequency you carry within. You are not simply a being of flesh and logic. You are an energy field. And that field never stops communicating with the universe around you. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold sends out a signal. That signal either expands your life or keeps you trapped in the same loop over and over again. The people who silently run this world know this truth. That is why they invest so much in distraction, fear, and control. Because the moment you become aware of how energy really works, of how your consciousness bends reality, you become impossible to manipulate. This knowledge was never meant to be forgotten. But it was buried under systems, dogmas, and patterns designed to keep you asleep. And yet, here you are, listening, remembering, feeling something shift inside you. This is not new information, it is ancient wisdom. It is a truth your soul always knew, but your mind was trained to ignore. Now, you are waking up. And once you see this, once you feel this, you cannot unsee it. The illusion begins to dissolve, and a deeper question rises within you. If reality bends to energy, and energy responds to intention, then what have I been creating all this time? And more importantly, what could I begin to create now? From the moment you arrived in this world, they gave you a name, a role, a set of expectations, and told you to follow the path already laid out for you. You were measured, labeled, corrected, and compared until your own inner voice became almost silent. The truth is, you were never supposed to adapt to a broken system. You were never meant to shrink yourself just to be accepted. But you did. We all did. We traded authenticity for approval, intuition for logic, curiosity for compliance. And in doing so, we forgot something essential. You are not here to fit in, you are here to awaken. To disturb the patterns that no longer serve. To question the invisible scripts being handed down generation after generation. You were designed to carry a frequency so unique, so precise that no one else could ever replicate it. But when that frequency is silenced by fear, shame, and self-doubt, you lose connection to the energy that shapes your life. And here's the truth that may unsettle you. The system is not broken by accident. It is built to suppress your power. It is built to reward obedience, not awakening. But the moment you begin to remember who you are and energetic, being capable of shaping reality through focused thought and emotional alignment, you start to feel the cracks in the matrix. You begin to sense that there is more, that your dissatisfaction is not failure, but a signal. A signal that your soul did not come here to survive, it came to expand, to vibrate, to create. That discomfort inside you is sacred. It is your frequency trying to break through the noise. The more you deny it, the louder it gets. But the moment you honor it, the world around you begins to shift. This is not rebellion. It is remembrance. And the moment you stop trying to fit in, you open the doorway to something extraordinary, the reality that was waiting for you all along. Everything in existence is energy. Every object, every sound, every thought, each one is a vibration moving through space and time. Science has confirmed what mystics have known for centuries. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. But what they often forget to tell you is that it can be redirected. It can be focused. It can be transformed by intention. Your life, exactly as it is right now, is the result of the energy you've been unconsciously directing. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotional states, all of them act as invisible blueprints that organize the physical world around you. Nothing in your external experience is random. It is energy reflected back to you. When you feel stuck, when things feel repetitive, heavy, or draining, it is not because life is punishing you. It is because you are continuing to feed energy into the same mental and emotional patterns. These patterns become magnetic. They loop, they echo, they replay until you recognize them and choose to redirect the current. And that is the most overlooked truth of all. Your energy is sovereign. You are not a victim of what happens. You are the current that moves it. But most people have never been taught how to direct that current. They let their circumstances shape their emotions, instead of letting their emotions shape their circumstances. They wait for the outer world to change so they can finally feel better. But energy does not work that way. The shift must begin within. And when it does, the outer world responds like a mirror. This is not magic. This is frequency in motion. Every time you choose a new thought, every time you break a reactive loop, every time you act with presence instead of survival, you are rerouting your energetic current. You are no longer fueling the version of reality you no longer want. You are building a new one, even if no one else can see it yet. That is the unseen work, and that is where the transformation begins. Your emotions are not weaknesses. They are indicators. They are your internal compass. They tell you exactly where your energy is flowing and whether it's flowing toward your highest self or away from it. If you understand this, then you understand the secret behind every breakthrough. Shift the energy first, and reality follows. What you feel is fuel. What you believe is direction. What you focus on is what grows. And what you consistently radiate becomes the world you live in. There is a force within you that is far more powerful than you have been led to believe. It pulses in silence, beneath your thoughts, beyond your logic. It is the energy field of your heart. Science has revealed what ancient wisdom always knew: the electromagnetic field generated by the heart is over 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. Let that settle for a moment. The space we were taught to ignore, to suppress, to protect at all costs, is actually the most powerful transmitter of reality you possess. Your heart is not just an organ that pumps blood. It is a compass. It is a transmitter. It is the bridge between the seen and the unseen. And when it is coherent, when it beats in harmony with your thoughts, your breath, and your deeper self, it becomes a gateway. A gateway through which you can influence reality on a level far beyond words or actions. Most people live in mental overdrive and emotional shutdown. They think endlessly, but they do not feel. They try to manifest with the mind alone, forgetting that it is the heart that gives their intentions life. Without emotional resonance, a thought is just static. But when you feel what you think, when your intention is felt as truth in your chest, it becomes a command. A ripple through the quantum field. And the universe responds not to what you ask for in desperation, but to what you radiate in coherence. Heart coherence is not a metaphor. It is measurable. It is real, and it is transformative. When you slow your breath, when you bring your awareness to your heart and activate a state of gratitude, compassion, or love, you shift your entire field. You become magnetic. And you begin to attract people, opportunities, and insights that match your new frequency. This is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about aligning with the version of you that already exists beyond fear. The version that remembers its connection to all things. The more time you spend in this state, the more natural it becomes. And the more effortlessly your external life begins to reflect your internal awakening. The forgotten key was never outside of you. It was always your heart. Take a moment. Close your eyes. Breathe in deeply. Let the noise fall away. Let the tension in your shoulders soften. Now bring your attention to your heart, not just physically, but energetically. Imagine a warm light there, pulsing gently, expanding with each breath. Now, think of something that fills you with genuine gratitude. It doesn't have to be big. It could be the warmth of the sun on your face, a moment of kindness, a memory that made you feel alive. As you hold that image, allow the feeling to grow. Let it move through your chest. Let it fill your entire body. Breathe it in, stay here just for 60 seconds. No forcing. No trying to do it right, simply feel. This is not visualization for the sake of escape. This is frequency alignment. In those few seconds, you have shifted your energy. You've moved from reaction to creation, from survival to coherence. Most people underestimate how powerful a single minute can be. But this moment, this choice to tune into a higher state, sends a ripple into the field that surrounds you. It tells your body, you are safe. It tells the universe, you are ready. This is how you begin to break the cycle, not by doing more, but by being more aware. This practice can be done anywhere, at any time. Before a decision. In the middle of chaos. Right when fear begins to speak. The more you use it, the more naturally your energy will begin to shift. And over time, this 1 minute becomes the seed of a new reality, one that flows from the inside out. Most people walk through life unaware that they are repeating the same emotional programs over and over again. They feel stuck, but they do not understand why. They want change, but they remain loyal to the same inner chaos that has shaped their identity for years. This is the trap, the hidden loop that keeps 99% of people vibrating at a low frequency. They mistake familiarity for truth. They assume that just because they have always felt anxious or unworthy or broken, that this is simply who they are. But what if it isn't? What if that chaos was never truth but simply conditioning? What if your pain is not a prophecy, but a pattern that can be interrupted? The subconscious mind runs the show, and the subconscious doesn't judge, it repeats. It stores every experience, every reaction, every belief you've ever absorbed from family, society, and trauma, and it plays them back like a broken record. The tragedy is that most people never stop to question it. They don't pause to ask, whose voice is this? Whose fear am I carrying? Is this even mine? And so, they continue manifesting the same struggles, the same relationships, the same limitations, because energetically, they are tuned to the same inner broadcast. This is not about blame. This is about awareness. The moment you recognize that your emotional state is not a fixed identity, but an echo of the past, you begin to reclaim your power. You are not here to replay the story. You are here to rewrite it. And that starts with becoming radically honest about the patterns you keep choosing. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are energetically aligned with. And if what you're aligned with is chaos, then that is what your reality will reflect again and again. Until you decide otherwise, the subconscious mind is not your enemy. It is your most powerful tool if you learn how to speak its language. It does not respond to logic, timelines, or words alone. It responds to repetition, emotion, and imagery. It does not care whether a thought is true or false, good or bad. It simply accepts whatever you feed it with enough intensity and consistency. Most people unknowingly program their subconscious with fear, limitation, and guilt. They relive past failures, replay negative self-talk, and absorb the frequencies of doubt and scarcity all around them. And then they wonder why life feels heavy. But the truth is, the subconscious is always listening, always learning, always creating. The question is, what are you teaching it? Reprogramming begins the moment you take responsibility for the stories you've been telling yourself. It begins when you stop saying, "This is just how I am," and start asking, "Who do I choose to become?" Visualization is not fantasy. It is a tool of energetic alignment. When you vividly imagine a new reality with emotion, you are giving your subconscious a new template. One that it will begin to match through patterns of behavior, perception, and attraction. The key is consistency. You cannot expect to undo years of programming in one meditation or one journal entry. This is daily work, gentle, deliberate, sacred work. Speak to your subconscious in the language it understands. Use affirmations, but not from a place of force, from a place of truth. Feel the words as real. Speak them when you wake up, when your brain is in its most receptive state. Repeat them before sleep, when the conscious mind begins to dissolve. And above all, embody them. Let your actions reflect the new belief. Let your energy move as if it were already done. The subconscious will take notice. It will adjust. And slowly the reality outside of you will begin to mirror the new internal code. This is not a trick. It is alignment. The person you wish to become is not far away. It is a frequency waiting to be claimed. And the moment your subconscious accepts it as truth, the entire universe begins to conspire in your favor. There is a silent force that turns desire into reality, and most people never learn how to use it. It's not intensity. It's not desperation. It's coherence. Coherence is the energetic alignment between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When your mind wants something, but your heart doubts it and your body resists it, you are in conflict. That internal dissonance sends mixed signals into the field around you. And mixed signals create unstable results. But when your desire is clear, when your emotion supports it, and your behavior reinforces it, you enter a state of coherence. And in coherence, manifestation accelerates. The universe does not respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you truly believe is already yours. It responds to your internal alignment. Think of coherence as the bridge between your current self and your highest self. That bridge is not built with effort alone, it is built with harmony. The more congruent your thoughts and feelings become, the easier it is for the physical world to respond. That's why forced affirmations often fail. If your heart isn't in it, if your energy contradicts your words, nothing moves. But when you speak from a place of inner knowing, even softly, the universe listens. Coherence is also what draws the right people to you. It's what opens invisible doors. It's what creates synchronicity. Because when you are aligned, your energy becomes clear, and that clarity attracts clarity. The journey to coherence begins with self-awareness. Notice where your thoughts say yes but your feelings whisper no. Notice where your habits betray your goals. Then pause, breathe, realign. The more you live in this state, the more magnetic you become. Not by force, but by truth. Coherence is not perfection. It's presence. It's integrity between what you want, what you feel, and what you do. And it's the key to turning inner vision into lived experience. Reality is not as solid as it seems. It appears stable only because you have been trained to expect it to be. But beneath the surface of what you call real, there's a quantum world where particles exist in multiple states until they are observed. This is not speculation. This is science. In the famous thought experiment known as Schrödinger's cat, a particle exists in both life and death simultaneously until someone looks. It is the act of observation that collapses possibility into form, and this isn't just about cats or physics. It's about you. Because whether you realize it or not, your attention is the force that activates reality. You are the observer. And your awareness, your focused consciousness, what pulls potential into existence. What does this mean for your life? It means that nothing is fixed until you decide it is. It means that the moment you choose to believe something new, to focus on a different outcome, you begin collapsing a new version of reality into being. But most people don't observe with intention. They observe with fear. They look at the world through the lens of limitation and wonder why nothing changes. The truth is, what you observe expands. What you expect, you invite. What you believe, you reinforce. The power has always been in your gaze, not your physical eyes, but the energetic focus behind them. Every day, reality waits for you to choose. And if you don't choose consciously, your subconscious will choose by default. That's why awareness is sacred. That's why presence is power. You are not here to be a passive witness to your life. You are here to observe with clarity, with emotion, with intent. And in doing so, call forward the version of reality that matches the truth of who you are becoming. Now that you've seen this, you cannot unsee it. Something inside you has shifted, subtle but undeniable. You've remembered a truth that was never truly lost, only buried beneath noise, fear, and distraction. The veil has been lifted, even if just a little. And once that veil is torn, reality no longer looks the same. You begin to notice patterns others ignore. You feel energy where others feel emptiness. You start to sense the quiet power within you, waiting, watching, ready. But with that awareness comes responsibility. Because now you know that your thoughts shape your world, that your emotions command your energy, that your heart and mind are not just tools, but portals. You cannot go back to the old way of seeing, pretending you are powerless, pretending that life happens to you. It doesn't. It happens through you. And from this point forward, you must choose what kind of creator you will be. Will you fall back into unconscious loops, or will you step forward and shape your life with intention? The world will keep trying to pull you back. But now you've seen the code, you've felt the truth. And once truth touches the soul, there is no return. Only evolution. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to support this frequency. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and activate the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you feel called, share it with someone who needs to hear it.